Gentlemen, picture this. You've been talking to a fantastic woman for weeks, maybe months. The conversations flow, she laughs at your jokes, and you feel that spark. But here's the million-dollar question that's keeping you up at night. Is she just being friendly, or is she waiting for you to find courage and make a move? What if I told you that her body has been screaming the answer at you this entire time, and you've been missing it? Today, we're decoding 5 body language signs that make it crystal clear she's not just interested, she's practically begging you to take action. And gentlemen, I promise you, number 5 is going to blow your mind because it's the exact opposite of what most men think attraction looks like. I respect your time, so let's get straight to the point and uncover these powerful signs. Before we dive in, do me a favor. If you're serious about leveling up your game and understanding what women really want, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're building an army of strong, confident men, and I want you to be part of it. Now let's decode these signals like the alpha you were meant to be. First up, Kings, we're talking about the proximity test. And this is where most men completely miss the boat. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she doesn't just get close to you once. She becomes magnetically drawn to your presence. This isn't a coincidence, gentlemen. This is biology. Here's what you need to watch for, and I want you to pay close attention, because this separates the men who get it from those who don't. The consistent closeness pattern. She's always finding reasons to be near you. In group settings, she often gravitates toward the seat next to you, even if it means leaving her friends behind. When you're standing in a circle talking, she positions herself directly across from you or finds a way to be on your immediate left or right. This isn't random. She's claiming her territory. The gradual invasion. During one-on-one conversations, watch how she moves. At the beginning, she might start at a normal social distance, about 3 feet. But as the conversation progresses and she gets more comfortable, she gradually closes that gap. By the end of your interaction, she's standing closer than she would to her female friends. This gradual movement is her subconscious testing your comfort level with intimacy. The excuse touch. This is huge, gentlemen. She'll create reasons to enter your personal space. Maybe she needs to squeeze past you when there's clearly enough room to walk around. She'll reach over you to grab something instead of asking you to pass it. She'll adjust something on your shirt or pick lint off your jacket. These aren't accidents. These are calculated moves by her subconscious mind. Here's the science. Women typically maintain 18 to 24 inches of personal space with male friends. But when romantic interest is involved, that comfort zone shrinks to 6 to 12 inches. If she's consistently operating within that intimate space, her body is telling you what her words might not be ready to say yet. The key word here is consistently. One time might be situational, but if this is a pattern every time you interact, that's not friendship behavior. That's attraction behavior. The eye contact triangle. The subconscious kiss test. Number 2 is the eye contact triangle. And gentlemen, this is where we separate the amateurs from the professionals. Most guys think good eye contact is enough, but they're missing the subtle variations that reveal genuine romantic interest. When a woman is just being friendly, her eye contact stays focused on your eyes and occasionally glances away. But when she's attracted to you, her gaze pattern changes completely, and it's backed by solid psychological research. The extended lock first. Notice the duration. Friendly eye contact lasts 1 to 2 seconds before naturally breaking, but when she's interested, that eye contact extends to 4 to 6 seconds. She holds your gaze even when you catch her looking. This extended contact creates an intimate bubble between you two, and she's doing it intentionally. The triangle formation. Here's where it gets exciting. Oversee her eyes during conversation. If you see her looking at your eyes, then dropping down to your lips, then back to your eyes, you're witnessing the triangle gaze. This happens because her subconscious mind is literally thinking about kissing you. Her brain is mapping your lips while she talks to you. The pupil dilation. This one requires you to be observant, but it's incredibly telling. When we're attracted to someone, our pupils naturally dilate. It's an involuntary response controlled by the autonomic nervous system. If you notice her pupils are larger when she's talking to you compared to when she's talking to others, that's a biological indicator of attraction. The soft blink. Instead of the standard quick blink, you'll notice slower, more deliberate blinking during intense eye contact moments. This creates a dreamy, intimate quality to her gaze. It's often combined with a slight head tilt, which brings us to another point. The lingering look. When the conversation ends or when you're about to part ways, pay attention to how she breaks eye contact. If she's interested, she'll hold that final look just a beat longer than necessary, often with a slight smile or a soft expression. Gentlemen, if you're seeing the triangle gaze repeatedly during a single conversation, her subconscious is screaming at you. She's mentally rehearsing what it would be like to kiss you. This is your green light to create more intimate moments and escalate appropriately. The mirroring effect when she becomes your echo. Sign number 3 is mirroring, and this is pure psychology at work. When someone is attracted to you, their brain literally syncs with yours. They start unconsciously copying your behaviors because their mind is trying to create harmony and connection. But here's what separates basic mirroring from attraction mirroring: the speed, accuracy, and consistency of the mimicry. Physical posture mirroring oversee this. When you lean back in your chair, does she lean back within 10 to 15 seconds? When you cross your arms, does she follow suit? When you shift your weight to one leg while standing, does she mirror that stance? This isn't just casual copying. This is her nervous system trying to match your energy. Gesture synchronization. If you're an animated talker who uses hand gestures, you'll notice she starts incorporating similar movements. If you touch your face while thinking, she'll start doing the same. If you have a habit of running your hand through your hair, don't be surprised if she starts playing with her hair too. Vocal mirroring. This is subtle but powerful. She'll start matching your speaking pace. If you speak slowly and deliberately, she'll slow down her speech. If you're energetic and quick, she'll speed up. She might even start using words or phrases that are uniquely yours. If you have a particular way of expressing yourself, she'll incorporate it into her vocabulary. Energy level matching. If you're calm and relaxed, she becomes quiet and comfortable. If you're excited about something, her energy level rises to match yours. This emotional mirroring creates a sense of being in sync that goes beyond just physical copying. The mirror test. Here's how you can test this. Try a subtle, unusual gesture. Touch your earlobe or adjust your collar in a specific way. If she mirrors it within 30 seconds, you know her subconscious is locked onto you. But don't overdo this test. Once or twice is enough. The psychology behind this is fascinating. Mirroring is how humans build rapport and trust. But when romantic attraction is involved, this mirroring becomes hyperactive. Her brain is trying to become more like you because it views you as a potential mate. This is a primal attraction at work. If you notice she's consistently mirroring multiple behaviors across different interactions, that's not a coincidence. That's her nervous system telling you she's attracted to your presence and energy. The touch initiator, she breaks the contact barrier. Number 4 is physical touch. And gentlemen, this is where things get undeniably evident. When a woman is interested in you romantically, she transforms from someone who's careful about physical boundaries to someone who actively seeks appropriate physical contact. Here's what you need to understand. Women are naturally more cautious about physical contact with men they're not interested in. It's built into their social programming for safety and comfort. But when attraction is present, this caution gets overridden by the desire for connection. The arm and shoulder touch. This is usually the first type of touch you will notice. During conversation, she'll lightly touch your arm or shoulder to emphasize a point, get your attention, or react to something funny. But pay attention to the duration and frequency. A quick tap is different from a lingering touch. If her hand stays on your arm for 2 to 3 seconds, that's intentional intimacy, the playful push. When you tease her or make a joke at her expense, in a fun way, instead of just laughing, she'll give you a playful push or tap. This is her way of engaging in physical play with you. It's the adult version of schoolyard flirting, and it's incredibly telling because she's choosing physical interaction over verbal response. The grooming touch. This is huge, kings. She'll start adjusting things about your appearance. Maybe she notices a piece of lint on your shirt and removes it instead of just telling you about it. She might straighten your collar, fix your hair, or adjust your tie. These grooming behaviors are intimate actions that signal she cares about how you look and feels comfortable touching you. The lingering contact. Pay attention to handshakes, high fives, or any other socially acceptable contact. Does her hand linger in yours just a moment longer than necessary? Does she use both hands when shaking your hand? These extended moments of contact are her way of savoring the physical connection. The strategic positioning. She'll position herself in ways that create opportunities for accidental contact. When walking together, she stays close enough that your arms might brush. When sitting next to each other, she positions herself so that your knees might touch. When standing in groups, she places herself where you might naturally bump into each other. The comfort test. Here's something most men miss. She'll test your comfort level with her touch. She might start with brief, safe touches and then gradually increase the duration and intimacy of the contact based on your response. If you react positively, don't pull away, seem comfortable, reciprocate, she'll escalate. The hair touch invitation. This is an advanced level attraction. If she ever touches your hair, runs her fingers through it, or plays with it while talking to you, she's operating in girlfriend territory. Hair touching is incredibly intimate, and women don't do this with men they consider just friends. The key insight here is that she's the initiator. When a woman is interested, she doesn't wait for you to break the touch barrier. She does it herself in subtle, socially acceptable ways. She's giving you permission to reciprocate and escalate appropriately. Suppose you're experiencing multiple types of touch initiation from her, especially across different social situations. Her body is telling you loud and clear that she wants more physical connection with you. Sign number 5. The vulnerability display, the trust signal. And here's number 5, the vulnerability display. Gentlemen, this might surprise you because it's the opposite of what most men think attraction looks like. Many guys expect women to be more guarded or play hard to get when they're interested. But the reality is, when a woman is genuinely attracted to you and considering you as a potential partner, she'll start displaying vulnerable body language. This vulnerability display is actually the highest compliment she can give you because it means she trusts you and feels safe in your presence. Let me break this down for you. The neck exposure. Watch for this one carefully. She'll start tilting her head to the side during conversation, exposing her neck. The neck is one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body, and exposing it is a subconscious signal of trust. She might do this while listening to you talk, almost like she's presenting herself to you. Open palm gestures. Instead of closed fists or hands hidden in pockets, She'll start using open palm gestures when talking to you. Open palms are a universal sign of honesty and vulnerability. When combined with arms that aren't crossed defensively, this creates an open, receptive body posture. Wrist display. This is subtle but significant. She'll show you her wrists more often, maybe when gesturing, when resting her hand on a table, or when touching her hair. Wrists are another vulnerable area, and displaying them signals that she's comfortable being open with you. Relaxed shoulder position. When we're defensive or uncomfortable, our shoulders naturally rise and tense up. But when she's with you, her shoulders drop into a relaxed, natural position. This relaxation indicates that her nervous system feels safe around you. Full body orientation. This is crucial. She turns her entire body toward you during conversation, not just her head. Her torso, hips, and feet all point in your direction. This full body attention is rare and indicates that you have her complete focus and interest. Instead of maintaining a formal posture, she'll start leaning toward you during conversation. This creates intimacy and shows she wants to be closer to you, both physically and emotionally. Her facial expressions become softer and more relaxed around you. Instead of the animated, energetic expressions she might use in groups, she develops a more gentle, intimate expression when talking to you one-on-one. In casual settings, she might stretch in front of you, extending her arms above her head or stretching her legs. These movements show she's completely comfortable in your presence and not worried about being judged. Here's why this vulnerability display is so significant. When a woman shows these signs, she's subconsciously communicating that she sees you as protector material. Her primitive brain has evaluated you as someone safe enough to let her guard down around. This is typically the final stage before she's ready for you to make your move. The beautiful thing about vulnerability displays is that they invite masculine response. When she shows you her soft, feminine side, she's creating space for you to step into your masculine role as the leader and protector in the dynamic. Before we wrap up, here's a crucial bonus tip that separates the men who truly get it from those who are still guessing: the cluster rule. Never rely on just one of these signs to determine her interest level. Women are complex, and individual behaviors can sometimes be situational or misinterpreted. What you're looking for are clusters of 2 to 3 signs happening simultaneously or within the same interaction. For example, if during a single conversation she's maintaining extended eye contact with the triangle gaze, gradually moving closer to you and mirroring your body language, that's not a coincidence. That's a clear pattern of attraction. Here's what a strong cluster might look like. She positions herself close to you, proximity. She touches your arm while laughing at your joke, touch initiation. She mirrors your relaxed posture, mirroring. She maintains eye contact while tilting her head slightly, vulnerability display. When you see multiple signs clustering together, especially consistently across different interactions, you can be confident that her interest goes beyond friendship. The most powerful cluster is when you see signs from different categories. If she's showing physical signs, touch, proximity, emotional signs, vulnerability, eye contact, and behavioral signs, mirroring, all in the same time frame, she's practically giving you a roadmap to her heart. Now let me share some advanced insights that most dating advice misses completely. The same body language can mean different things in different contexts. A touch on the arm at a loud club might be for communication, but the same touch during a quiet coffee conversation carries more weight. Always consider the environment and situation. A woman who shows moderate signs consistently is often more interested than one who shows intense signs sporadically. Consistency indicates genuine interest rather than momentary attraction or social politeness. Watch how she interacts with other men, compared to how she interacts with you. If she shows these signs only with you, or shows them much more frequently with you, that's your confirmation. Different cultures have different norms around touch, eye contact, and personal space. What matters is not the absolute behavior, but how her behavior with you differs from her typical interaction style. These signs often escalate over time. She might start with subtle mirroring and progress to touch initiation as she becomes more comfortable. Pay attention to the progression, not just individual moments. Common mistakes to avoid. Before you go out there and start analyzing every interaction, let me warn you about the biggest mistakes men make with this information. Overanalysis. Don't become so focused on reading signs that you forget to be present and authentic. Women can sense when you're analyzing them like a science experiment. Misreading friendliness. Some women are naturally touchy, bubbly, or expressive. The key is comparing her behavior with you versus her behavior with others. Ignoring verbal cues. Body language should support, not replace, verbal communication. If her words say one thing and her body says another, look for more clarity. Acting too fast. Just because you see these signs doesn't mean you should immediately make aggressive moves. Attraction builds over time, and patience often leads to better outcomes. Assuming versus confirming. Use these signs as encouragement to create more opportunities for connection, not as absolute proof of her feelings. All right, kings, now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 signs have you noticed but weren't sure how to interpret? Drop a comment below and let me know. Have you been missing obvious signals, or have you been reading these signs correctly but lacked the confidence to act on them? I'm building a community of strong, confident men who understand attraction, command respect, and know how to lead with masculine energy. I want you to be part of this brotherhood. Remember, gentlemen, understanding these body language signs isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about becoming a more emotionally intelligent man who can read social situations accurately and respond appropriately. When you can recognize genuine interest, you'll have the confidence to take action when it's warranted, and the wisdom to respect boundaries when they exist. This knowledge helps you build better connections and avoid the frustration of missed opportunities. The strongest men are those who understand both their own power and the subtle communications of others. Use this knowledge responsibly, treat women with respect, and always remember that confidence combined with genuine care for others is what makes you truly attractive. Keep building that strong male figure mindset, kings. I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue developing the skills that set alpha men apart. Until then, stay strong, stay confident,